There are honor escort missions for individual soldiers coming home and or leaving. And then outside of those missions, there are so many other wonderful organizations that we stand with and support. So there's just no shortage of things to do.
And there's no shortage of calls. We got a call right now.
Good.
Good evening. You're on Street Talk with Father Rust and his guests.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
Very good.
First of all, I wanted to wish Bob a very happy birthday.
Thank you.
This is Michael Friedman from Somers, Connecticut. I'm calling in to thank Bob and Jack and all the Patriot Guard writers for their service and everything that they do. And I cannot say enough good stuff about them.
Well,
Beyond the fact
you
that
can
Bob
keep trying,
promised
Mike.
me some cake.
is he paying you?
Oh, no, only in friendship.
Let me ask you this, Mike.
Sure.
First of all, do you ride with the Patriot Guard? Or
Not
volunteer?
not often, but because I do other things. I'm a chef and I travel quite a bit, so I don't often
Okay.
have the chance.
When you've ridden with the Guard, what has the experience meant to you?
Well, never having ridden with them,
Okay.
I can tell you that I've worked with them.
Okay.
We all worked together on an event up in my area, and I've never seen a harder bunch of working people in my life. And they did a flag line that day with some of our other folks, and it brought tears to my eyes. They really put forth, a great amount of effort, and I think they should be commended for everything that they do.
I agree. Thank you for your call.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you, and happy birthday, Bob.
Thanks, Mike.
And yeah, we're glad you told us, Mike, about his birthday. Thank you. well,
Take care now, folks.
okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Very interesting side note to this gentleman, Michael Friedman. He's very active in the International Chili Society. And he called me. I get an email from him one day about 2 years ago, and he says, "Hi, Bob. You don't know me, but I was down south and we were doing a chili fest, and some members of the Patriot Guard said he lives in Somers, Connecticut, and he said some members said that when I get back to Somers, I should get in touch with you to see if you can help us out with the chili fest." And I'm looking at this email and I'm thinking,
What does
I get some odd requests from time to time for support, and I'm thinking, Patriot Guard,
Chili.
Fest, what's going on there? So I didn't even respond. So 2 months later, being the persistent individual that he is, he calls me and he says, "Did you get my email?" I says, "Yeah, Mike." I said, "But I didn't answer it, quite frankly, because I didn't know what to say to you. What's going on?" He says, "Well, we're looking for judges and people to help out." And I'm thinking, okay, we'll look into it. Well, it turns out that the International Chili Society does all of these chili fests for charity.
For charity, yeah.
Nobody makes a dime.
Nobody, yeah, exactly.
They get almost everything donated, and all the proceeds from the event go to charitable organizations.
Charitable organizations,
Well, it
yeah.
turns out that last year we helped him out with some judges, and he approached us and said, "I would like you to help run your organization, help us run the New England Regional Chili Cook-Off this past year, which happened in May. And in return for that, we get a portion of the proceeds from the event to turn back into our military community." And it just worked out wonderful. I'm hoping that at some point in time, we can expand this to a nationwide program with the Patriot Guard.
That is so terrific.
Excellent.
Huh?
He's fantastic.
Yeah. Don't ask me how I knew that they do that, but
Well, I saw your eyes light up.
I don't
It's
know.
that Arizona connection, I'm
It might be
sure.
it might be the Arizona connection. That's what I'm thinking about, because I think they gave big bucks to one of the big food banks out there on the chili thing, and that's the one they give the award, right? With the chili.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't
Now,
ask me.
I need to ask Jack something. You left your Vietnam veteran hat over to the side, but what does working with the Patriot Guard mean for you?
Well, we try to honor our veterans. I think sometimes you forget veterans, other than Veterans Day and Memorial Day. It's not just those 2 days. We go to schools and talk about patriotism and that there, and I explain to those that were killed during the war, gave up their tomorrows for your today. And I asked them there that 2 schools we went to, they were going to Washington. within 2 weeks. And I asked them at each memorial, look to see what each war cost. World War II has 4,000 gold stars, 409,000 people. Vietnam Veterans Memorial has 59,000 plus. Korean Memorial has the numbers there. I asked them, how many of your grandparents were in the war? And half of them put their hands up, And now the newest one we're going to try is, and how many of your parents or your brothers and sisters are in Iraq and Afghanistan? I think half the rest of them will stand up. And we try to teach them that the military provides you the freedoms that you have. And try to remember that when you see them. One of them is to say thank you when you see them. In the World War II memorials, the one that's beautiful, we take people down there for the day. And we warn them before you go in, people are going to come up and shake your hand and pat you on the back and say thank you. Are you ready? Yes. And then we walk in and they start crying, we start crying. And it's coming back around. Patriotism is coming back the way it was when we were kids.
When we were kids, what I
that
mean?
you were always
It's-
taught respect.
It's really hard. We did the show a week ago. Was the vet? Yeah, I'm gonna get that phone in a minute. Caller. Freddie McLaughlin was a friend of mine from Newton that got lost in the Vietnam conference, and I lost quite a few friends from where we are because of working class families and stuff like that. So we lost a lot, and we were trying to deal last week with the Vessels for Vets
Work
group,
Vessels for Vets.
and we were going to talk about them. I was going to dedicate the show to Freddie, friends of mine, and stuff like that. Couldn't do it because I got all I got all choked up. It's like yesterday, and yeah, it is changed, and of course I've gone to hospitals and my son in the hospital, and you see that. You go there on the weekends and there was nobody there. They're forgotten. They're forgotten people that are disabled. I'll get this. Good evening, caller. You're on with Father Russ and his guest. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
My name's Sandy. I was wondering how you can join the Patriot Guard.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You can join the Patriot Guard by visiting www.patriotguard.org.
There it is on your TV.
Yes, you can see the website on the TV there. We have a mission statement right on our homepage. It's very straightforward. There are no requirements except for respect for our military. So please give us a visit and read our mission statement. And if you agree, click the Join Now button and send me an email.
Oh, that's great. Thanks. It sounds pretty easy. I really I'm impressed so much by what you guys do.
Well, thank you. I look forward to hearing from you.
Sandy, do you have a
Alrighty.
military connection?
Yeah, my husband was in the Army.
I was Army myself.
Do you ride?
Yeah, I ride with my husband. I'm a passenger. I'm not a biker.
Well, then you're a real rider. You're not the driver, you're the rider.
You're not the driver. You're a
Excellent.
rider.
I hope you get back to us and tell us how your experience has been after you join.
Oh, will do. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you
Thanks
for
so
calling.
much for calling.
We do the game up at Dodd Stadium when they have all the veterans
Oh,
there.
tribute to the
Yes,
troops.
and we do the flag line out in center field, left field, right field, and then when we finish, we make a ride around the park and then exit. And we have a lot of people that join right after that. A lot of them are the military sitting in the stands and say, hey, we were impressed, and can we come out? Yeah, you can join, You don't have to go to every mission. A lot of people are still working. Some of us are retired.
Yeah,
So
right.
we try to go to the missions that you can make, and you're welcomed, You can do multi-state. I do Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and New York. If I get the time off and it's within 3 hours of driving, I'll get there. And it really makes a difference, especially when you see the family. We went to one in Guilford and they were surprised. They thought they'd only see maybe a dozen people. There was 40. So, well, if it was 12 hours or less, you might not see as many, but they invited us to the Guilford Firehouse to eat with the family after the funeral and
that's-
walked around and thanked everybody individually and sent us a check for a donation to keep doing what we do. So it's really nice. It's nice to see the family that they're so surprised to see so many people there.
What's it when you were talking about setting up? What's it take? How big a crew does it take for you to set up a situation? Obviously, it would depend on
Well, fortunately,